Donald Trump starstruck by the Queen during hour-long tea. She is incredible. The Queen welcomed Donald Trump to Windsor Castle as the U.S. President's UK visit took a royal turn. Before the visit, Mr. Trump appeared starstruck to meet the world's longest-serving monarch, who he described as incredible. Mr. Trump and the First Lady spent a total of 57 minutes with the Queen at the castle, and 47 of those minutes inside the monarch's favorite residence. The Trumps stayed 17 minutes longer than their expected departure time, indicating the pair got on very well. Ahead of the meeting between the heads of state, Mr. Trump spoke of his admiration for the Queen in his interview with The Sun, in which he called her a tremendous woman. He told the paper, "If you think of it, for so many years she has represented her country. She has really never made a mistake. You don't see, like, anything embarrassing. She is just an incredible woman. My wife is a tremendous fan of hers. She has got a great and beautiful grace about her." The Queen had been standing to attention for 15 minutes in 26-degree heat before the U.S. President finally arrived. Twitter users had accused Mr. Trump of disrespect to the world's longest-serving monarch. However, it appears Mr. Trump arrived exactly on time, and the Queen was simply ensuring the visit went as smoothly as possible. Despite this, social media users assumed the worst and accused Mr. Trump of running late. One said, "You do not keep the Queen waiting." Another blasted, "How dare he?" However, Express Co. UK understands the president arrived when expected and the Queen, as ever, was simply ensuring her guest was greeted promptly. Mr. Trump was guided along by the Queen at the start of his inspection of the Guard of Honor, and when in position he walked along at a sedate pace looking at the soldiers. The President and the Queen walked along, with Major Ollie Biggs, in command of the guardsmen, following a few steps behind. As the two heads of state made their way back to the dais, they appeared deep in conversation and could be heard talking as the military band stopped playing briefly. The pomp and ceremony continued when the Guard of Honor formed from the 1st Battalion Coldstream Guards marched off. Mr. Trump and the Queen paused at the entrance of the castle's Sovereign Gate, where a small senior group of the Queen's household were waiting. First in line was her lady-in-waiting Virginia Ogilvy, Countess of Airlie, and when the Queen introduced her to the President, the monarch told him she was American. The Countess was born in New Jersey and married the Earl of Airlie, who was a merchant banker but later in life also served as the Lord Chamberlain. The Queen wore a blue coat, dress and hat by Angela Kelly, the same outfit she wore for the state opening of Parliament, although the hat's flowers were replaced with a bow. She was joined by Lieutenant Colonel Sir Andrew Ford, Controller, Lord Chamberlain's office, and the waiting Guard of Honor. The 1st Battalion Coldstream Guards gave a royal salute and the national anthem was played. Mr. Trump's motorcade swept along the gravel drive and stopped at a dais where the Queen greeted the American leader and his wife after they stepped from the vehicle.